Alright guys, how you all doing? I'm Fiesta here, and today we have some good information about 4080 pricing, so let's get into it. So first we have MicroCenter, obviously, probably the most trusted one in US. We have the listing for RTX 4080 16 gigs, basically the only 4080 that is existing now. And if you look into the pricing here, ASUS NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 ROG Strix, which is probably the most expensive one here, coming at $1549.99. Basically $1,600. That's the MSRP of $4090, by the way. So very absurd pricing for RTX 4080 Asus. PNY going at MSRP basically $1,200, which is great. Same goes to the TUF, and of course there's another TUF overclock variant, though I don't really recommend this one because overclock variants are not really worth it. It's coming at $1,500, basically $1499. Zotac coming at $1399 with their premium version of that GPU, which is again the AMD Extreme Aerial triple fan design. Basically all of them are triple fan. Zotac with their Trinity coming at the MSRP of $1,200. Same goes to Gigabyte, well, a little bit premium, $1,239. Gigabyte NVIDIA RTX 4080 Aorus Master, which is a bit overclocked, coming at $1349.99, basically. Yeah, makes sense. And MSI coming at the Ventus series, $1279. Again, if you look into the pricing, it's all over the place. Like, only PNY and Zotac seems to have, or even Asus seems to have the MSRP pricing. Other than that, there is some premium in all the other cards we're looking at. I guess we also have Gigabyte RTX 4080 Eagle, which is good pricing, I guess. MSRP, which is not a problem. MSI NVIDIA RTX 4080 Gaming X Trio, that's overclocked, by the way, coming at $1324.99. And Gigabyte NVIDIA RTX 4080 Gaming overclocked. This is probably their newest variant, coming at $1269. And of course, the Supreme X from MSI, again overclocked, coming at $1399, basically. So yeah, these pricings are very all over the place, and the most absurd pricing, if you're looking at right here, that's the most absurd pricing, $1549. Not exactly the MSRP of RTX 4090, but close to it. So I don't know if it's a good deal or not. But other than that, we do have MSRP models, so that's a good thing. And next up, we have a very weird item here. That is RTX 3070 Ti-M, which is the mobile variant, coming at $337 USDs in AliExpress, and it's a discrete card now, which is weird, very weird. It's a mobile variant, basically for laptops, but now we have the actual desktop card for this one. I guess that's possible, maybe, but yeah, it's coming at $337, which is, I don't know if it's a good pricing or not. Maybe it performs like 3060 because a bit lower in pricing. And of course, in terms of performance, it should be lower. But yeah, that's a very weird. And also, it's coming from Shelly. I've never heard of this. But yeah, 3070 Ti-M, 8 gigs, coming at $337 USDs. Which is, I don't know if it's a good deal or not, because performance, kind of lacks. But anyway. And we have information about the RTX 4070 Ti, basically being the RTX 4080 12 gigs, which was unlaunched for... We know what the reasons are, but yeah, it will be coming at 3rd January. That will be the unveiling, and the launch will be on 5th, coming from WCC Tech here. And if you look into the leaker that provided this information, Zad Wang, will sharing this information that availability is January 5th, and that's the RTX 4070 Ti. That is a confirmation, basically. And we already knew that they're going to do that. So now the RTX 4070 Ti will be coming at 12 gigs. That's the official specification, basically. So yeah, the official TBP, the total board power, will be 285. Basically the same SKU of RTX 4080 12 gigs, but now they're just naming it as the 4070 Ti, which is not surprising. And I don't think the pricing will, go down that much. It will go down, but I believe it will be like maximum of $100 and minimum of $50. That's I'm guessing. So it's still not looking good for NVIDIA here for RTX 4070 Ti. Yeah. Next up, we have Momomo_US providing this information from SI Software here. And he has spotted, or basically in SI Software, it has been spotted that AMD Ryzen 7 7700 non-X, basically, the 8-core processor, have been figured out. We also have the 7600X, I believe. Yeah, 7600 non-X also got spotted. And both of them are 65 watts processors, basically. And that's the SI Software giving this information for the Ryzen 5 7600 and the 7700. So yeah, they are incoming basically. Though I believe the X3D variant will be much better than these, right? I guess we all need all of them, so it's fine. And next up we have the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 getting an overclock and 4K gaming benchmark, and those have been leaked basically. And if you look into it, that's the basically times by extreme score here, and the stock we're looking at 13,000 basically 778. And if you look into the PL Max, that's 14,200, and of course overclocked is 15,062. Not bad, not bad. It's very appealing, I have to say. And if you look into the Speedway score, getting 7,750, and Port Royal score getting 18,941, which is again not bad, pretty cool. And if you look into some gaming benchmark, this is probably the Forza Horizon 5 getting at 127 FPS. That's that. It's at 4K, by the way. So 4K, 144 Hz, getting 127 FPS, which is great. Not bad. In 4K, that's pretty cool. We also got, I believe this is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, basically, and it's also getting 100 FPS. Is it Shadow of the Tomb Raider? It seems like it. I could be wrong. Next up we got, that's probably Borderlands 3, looking at the graphics, I can tell. And it's also getting around, I'm not sure it's in Chinese. I'm not sure what the scores are, but I believe it's 91.17, or I could be heavily wrong. I can't really tell if this is the real score, but yeah. No, this is the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, not the previous one. And we got 4K again, and if you look into the performance here, the average FPS we're getting 129, which is again on par with the Forza Horizon frame, though they're not the same game. But yeah, the performance are not too bad. They're looking promising, and it should be good, you know, because it's RTX 4080, and it should perform very well. And we got the Cyberpunk, and if you look into it, it's getting average FPS of 82.5, and the 1% low, or basically the min, is 52.96, which is again not too bad. And we also have ray tracing ultra enabled, so that does tell you that this card performs really well on 4K, by the way. So pretty cool. And we do have a summary here, so there we go. I was just looking at the pictures for no reason. There it is. Forza Horizon getting 147 versus 127. Basically it's the RTX 4090 comparison here. And if you look into the comparison, it's 15.7% slower, RTX 4080. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is getting 129 versus 179, 38.8% slower, which is huge. Red Dead Redemption also getting 99 FPS compared to 4090, 30.3% slower, and Cyberpunk is 33.7% slower. We are looking at a trend here, right? It's around 30-ish percent-ish, you know, slower, I guess. And COD Modern Warfare 2 is getting 37%, which is the second max, basically. So yeah, the performance is not too bad, and there are still room for improvement, like 4080 Ti maybe. So yeah, they might do that. And lastly, we have Cyberpunk patch 1.61 have been added, and with this patch we also got something very, very interesting, and that is, well, added support for AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution for 2.1. That's right, FSR 2.1 has been added, also for consoles, so that's great. Now you will have a lot of FPS for this game to run, because we all know this is a very demanding game and we need upscaling. So there it is. FSR 2.1 supporting in Cyberpunk 2077 with the patch 1.6. So that's great. Alright, that is it for today. What do you think about the 4080 gaming benchmarks and the pricing? Do you think that is worth it? You tell me. I have nothing to say. I would say it's not bad, right? It's pretty cool. It's nice. But still, I mean, looking at AMD here, oh boy, they have something. So we'll see about that. The competition is spicing up. Anyway, have a good day, and of course, like, share, and subscribe. See you later.